Motivation is something that we all want, but let's be completely honest, it's also something that many of us struggle with. You've probably looked for ways to train your mind to be more motivated to achieve the things that you want to achieve, whether that's losing weight, getting in shape, improving your career, or whatever it might be. Thankfully today, I'm going to share a very powerful motivation. It's been making a real big difference to me and to many of my students in my online meditation lessons, so I really hope you enjoy it. There are two main parts of this meditation. The first part is the part that most people already know about, and that is visualizing yourself being successful. However, it doesn't stop there, because neuroscientific research actually shows that if you only imagine that you've already achieved your goals, your mind will actually think that you have indeed achieved your goals. In other words, if you're constantly telling your mind, I'm in shape, your mind will say, hey, I'm in shape. I don't need to worry about losing weight. But clearly that's not what you want. And that's where the second part of this motivation comes in. So the second part of this motivation meditation video is after we have visualized our success, we are going to mindfully acknowledge the challenges and the obstacles between where we are now and where we want to get to. So we're going to visualize being successful, but then our mind is naturally going to come up with many obstacles and many challenges, things that are in our way of achieving what we want to achieve. And instead of ignoring those things, as so many people do, which is a terrible mistake, we are going to mindfully acknowledge them and to visualize ways of overcoming those challenges. This is going to make a huge difference, trust me. So to begin with, let's just make sure that we are sitting properly with good posture. You can use a hand mudra if you would like. I'm just going to use Jayan mudra here, which is a good mudra for mental focus and for relaxation, and place that in my laps. And now let's go ahead and we're just going to close our eyes. To begin with, we need to just focus the mind. And so to do this, we are just going to take 10 mindful breaths, observing the breath moving through the space located here just beneath the nostrils. Simply observe your breath moving through that space. Should you experience any thoughts or feelings, simply acknowledge them. Say, this is just a thought, this is just a feeling, and then continue to meditate on your breath. And now we are just going to expand our awareness. I would like you to be aware of your breath moving all the way through your nose, down through your throat, into your lower abdomen. So just be aware of the complete passage of the breath. And now, I would like for you to bring to mind whatever it is that you would like to achieve. Whether it's being in shape, being fit, making money, achieving success in your career, or even finding your soulmate. Whatever it is you would like to achieve, simply bring that to mind. Now, when we visualize success in this way, we need to do it in a specific way. What I would like you to do is bring to mind something that you would be doing if you were successful in your goal. Perhaps your goal is to be fit, and so you might visualize yourself at the gym feeling and looking good. Or perhaps your goal is success in your career, in which case you might visualize yourself sitting in your own lovely private office. So bring to mind one thing that you would be doing if you were successful. Now see yourself in that moment. In this visualization in which you are successful, what would you be doing and how would you look? For instance, for me, my goal is to have many people take my online meditation lessons, and so I can visualize myself sitting here in this chair meditating with somebody on Zoom, which would be something I would be doing in that visualization. So visualize what you would be doing. How would you be sitting or standing? What would you look like? Create a very clear picture of yourself in this visualization. And now bring to mind the environment that you would be in were you successful. For instance, if you're looking for success in your career and you want the motivation to become successful in your career, perhaps you see yourself in a luxurious private office. Or if you're looking for motivation to exercise, perhaps you are at a yoga studio, a lovely relaxing yoga studio space, or if you're not into yoga, perhaps you're at the gym. Just visualize the environment that you would be in. Consider whether there would be other people with you. If you were successful in your goal that you are getting motivation for, would there be other people around you? If so, whom? How would they look? How would they be acting towards you? And so all we are doing is building this detailed picture of what our goal looks like. And this is going to generate positive energy to motivate us to make that goal successful. Now keep that image of yourself as successful, keep that in your mind as you continue to meditate. Now, I want you to invite your mind to make you aware of any obstacles or any challenges on your way to this success. This is hugely important. I honestly cannot understate how important this is. Your mind will naturally bring up obstacles and challenges on your way to success. Many people try to ignore those, and that is a grave error. When your mind comes up with an obstacle or with a challenge, acknowledge it, but don't only acknowledge it. Imagine yourself taking positive steps to overcome that obstacle on your way to success. For instance, let's say you want to lose weight and get in shape. One natural obstacle would be bad food, fattening food. And so your mind might say, yes, I want to lose weight, but I keep eating fattening food. What you're going to do is acknowledge this and then visualize yourself taking action to overcome that challenge. For instance, with the example of fattening food, you can imagine throwing away all the junk food and replacing it with healthy snacks. Whatever obstacle or challenge your mind presents, you're going to say, thank you for making me aware of this obstacle. Then you're going to visualize taking positive steps to overcome that obstacle. And just continue to do that. So you're visualizing your success, but when your mind says, hey, there's this problem, there's this challenge, this obstacle, you're going to say, thank you for making me aware of this. And then you're going to visualize yourself overcoming that obstacle. And now I would like to bring one more thing to mind. So I was doing this meditation with one of my students the other day, and he asked me a good question. He said, well, what if your mind comes up with an obstacle or a challenge that you don't know the solution to? You can't visualize yourself doing anything to overcome this challenge because you don't know what it is that you should do. And that's a good question. If your mind comes up with a challenge or an obstacle that you do not know how to get through, simply acknowledge the fact that you don't have the answer right now. Again, say, thank you, mind, for making me aware of this obstacle. At the moment, I don't have the solution. Therefore, my goal with this is to find the solution. For instance, let's say you're trying to create motivation to make $1 million, but you don't know how to visualize making $1 million because you don't know how to make $1 million. That's absolutely fine. Acknowledge it. Say, thank you for making me aware of this. I don't have the answer right now, therefore I'm going to find the answer. And then you can visualize yourself researching financial opportunities, researching how people made money, how other people made millions in the past, and exploring different opportunities. And so that's really the core of this meditation. You can open your eyes whenever you're ready. So I'd just like to reiterate exactly how this meditation works. So to begin with, we are visualizing our success, and this is really important because we want to have that positive energy. And visualizing ourselves being successful does create positive energy. Unfortunately, if we do that too much and we ignore the obstacles, it trains the mind to think that we have already been successful and therefore we do not need to work on it. That is why we need to say, okay, this visualization is my goal, it is where I want to get to. And then when the mind brings up something negative and says, well, yes, okay, but there's this problem, there's that challenge, there's this thing that we need to overcome. Instead of ignoring that, which is the single biggest mistake that people make with motivation, instead of ignoring that, say to yourself, thank you for making me aware of this problem. I'm going to overcome this problem, and then show yourself, in other words, visualize ways in which you're going to overcome that problem. And that is our powerful motivation meditation. Now, I promise you, if you do this for 20 minutes and you do it consistently, you're going to notice that without even thinking about it, you're going to start taking steps towards your success. For example, I've been doing this meditation for the past week, and so to give you a bit of information about myself, my big goal is to be, well, I am a meditation teacher, but to be even more successful in teaching meditation. And so I've been visualizing that and acknowledging the challenges on my way. And I've found that I've been taking different steps, even making this YouTube video. I haven't done a YouTube video for a while. So this video that I'm doing right now is the result of me doing this meditation. So you're going to notice that you're taking steps without even thinking about it. You're going to start doing things differently that will help you move towards your goal.